wives. So today, I do not mind anybody who wants to join the live and share the roles and the responsibilities of men, of husbands, right? But mainly to share what can lead to divorce, what can lead to separation, which men do, right? A lot of things that can lead to separation. There's a lot of things my brothers mentioned yesterday, and I was so happy when men were speaking, because I believe when they speak, they understand themselves and they understand what they say. They also mentioned, of course, about too much work, and they spoke about men, wife, all working together, which can be good, but who will take care of the children if man and woman are all working? Because when you become a family, it's not only about you. What about the children that you're trying to raise? How are you going to teach them about God when you are both busy, wife and husband, working? Do you think your housemaid is going to teach your children the way you would want your children to learn? I believe if your children are going to school, right? Okay, my friends, in Ephesians 5, verse 23, we learn that wives must submit to their husbands, right? Why? Because they are the head of the family. Verse 22 to 23, because they are the head of the family, right? And in Genesis 3 as well, we learn that man was given authority, was given rulership by God to rule over his home and to rule over the wife. But God explains how a ruler should be. A ruler should imitate Christ. So, what I'm heading to is this, my friends. A man, by nature and by what God said, he's the provider of the family. And the woman, she's to help him, right? But if you have kids, you have to organize yourselves on how to raise your kids as husband and wife, rather than to trust somebody out there that they will raise your children. That's why a lot of people, they've got children that are really messed up. And a lot of people, they do divorce because of children as well. Believe it or not, before it wasn't happening, but nowadays it's happening. Because somebody will just be thinking, especially some of these children, when they are beginning to grow up and everything, before they are even 18, they go out, they sleep out, they drink, they do whatever, and you as a parent, you don't have a say, neither do you have control, because they can, because of the way you've raised them, right? And the way that you have raised them can cause arguments between husband and wives. Most husbands and wives, they don't know their children. Why? Because they are busy chasing money. Yes, it is good to work. It is good to take care of yourselves, but do not forget the children. You, as husband and wife, have to arrange on how to take care of your children. That's why we are teaching these subjects, right? We're going to look at it later, where most women are thinking, I'm educated, I need to do my job, but if you are a woman of God and you know God, your first primary responsibility is to take care of the children. But unfortunately, most women, they don't understand that. You can work part-time when the children are in school, just like what we said yesterday. But most of them, they'll be thinking, what about my degree? What about your children? So these are the things why we are learning now, before, especially for those who are not married. So this subject is not only for the married, it's also for single.